to avoid killing them. So, they didn't even shoot at all.
Moses Ebewesit Odidi Uganda's fingers tremble on the trigger of an old shiny AK-47. He hurls the gun away with an ah! The weapon spills across the road, a low-pitched guttural noise.
From behind Odidi, a wail. Odi man, cover!
Other chords of voices echo.
How?
There they are.
Well, where?
Kill them.
Where is he?
Thieves.
Odidi Runs.
Three weeks ago, the rifle was in the hands of a minor Somali warlord turned Isli-based vendor of off-season Turkish designer women's wear. The ex-warlord had given Odidi the weapon as compensation for camel water songs which Odidi had sung inside the trader's shop while he was picking up lacy feminine things for Justina, his girl. Odidi's music caused wistful chirping sounds to come out of the refugee. Lamentations for lost, happy, pastoral yesterdays. The taciturn man had approached Odidi.
You sing as if you know what?
He had said.
I do.
Odidi answered.
Those were our songs, our old songs. How did they find you?
A visiting man.
He has a name?
Odidi paused. That name came out of a torrent of buried history. A curt reply.
Ali, Dida, Ada.
Degodier.
Concluded the warlord, naming a clan.
No.
Odidi frowned at yellow, pink, black and red panties and brassiers, his mind struggling. Then he said,
No. A stranger of too many lives.
and faces.
The trader leaned forward. Do you know the song of Kumamado, the sky camel?
Odidi winked before he whistled an aperture.
The man had pounced on nostalgia's lyrics and belted them out. They had even ventured into and mangled other water songs.
Desert ghost of the yesteryear.
Dredge the dunes.
Draw sweet.
Truth clouds.
An hour later, as Odidi was paying half price for Justina's fripperies, the ex-warlord had muttered,
Wait. He leaned down, hefted up a canvas and newspaper wrapped, hard, four-part object and closed Odidi's hand over it. From my heart, open it alone. God shield your sons and your wife. He dabbed tears off his face, partly of relief, because he had also offloaded a problem.
Now.
Wawe!
Odidi runs, not feeling the ground, soaring.
Swish,
Zip!
pop,
Bullets.
grunt.
Thud.
A man falls.
Odidi runs. Tears flood. Terror.
Rage.
Love.
Fuse. The fallen ones are his men.
Guilt.
Fury.
Sorrow.
Ah!
The sound a captain makes when he falters and loses the team.
Still, Odidi does not go for the pistol strapped to his chest.
Odidi runs.
Strength in his arms, his legs pinch pistons. He sprints down Haile Selassie Avenue, jumps over prone, cowering citizens.
Pitches them, the bullets aimed at him, raining down upon them.
He runs through the stench of decay, the perfume of earth hoping for rain, habits and dreams of Nairobi's people, smoke, rot, trade, worry, residues of laughter and overbrewed cataphracty. Odidi runs. Incantation. Justina, Justina.
Shelter of faith.
The mob screams.
Awa!
Faith into sorrow, into longing.
I need to go home. Where?
The answer.
Home. 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 Home.
Memory streaks. Odidi soars into the desiccated terrains of Wofoki, the home he had abandoned, his people reaching out for him, cowbells, bleating goats, sheep, and far mountains. He sees Komamado, the family cattle, dashing home from pasture, the sky of home, that endless dome, flood tide in his blood.
Home. I want to go home.
Odidi lifts his feet higher, trying to fly. Odidi runs. Random humans in this slippery city of ephemeral doings crave his death. Ooh-ah! Something flutters and falls within Odidi, like a startled, broken songbird. What have I ever done to them?
He just wants to go home.
Justina.
Oasis.
He will cross spiderweb black roads to touch her.
Odidi runs.
He turns down Joko Road and glances upward.
Charlie had it. Born when Galgalu, the family headsman, had told him that God was a coach. Eternity revealed the sky.
Up there now, orange dust kite, Batilio eagles.
Like Nairobi stalks. They are prophet words.
Water in his eyes. Odidi blinks away Nairobi's late night drizzle. The earth shivers behind him.
A pitiful bellow, a goat protesting the injustice of a butcher's knife.
Death stinks of cold emptiness.
Omosh, the last of his men.
Odidi gulps down vomit, tastes salt, tears in his mouth, sticky, wet of hands, as if he has dipped them into blood.
Was this the destination of all their wars?
Shadow and regret.
Stumbling.
He must move.
But the city, his city, has all of a sudden changed its shape and turned against him. Roads slither into hard walls. Blocks of shadow scurry away to expose his next step to ravenous, carnivorous urban trolls.
Faster!
Odidi runs.
A whisper from a remote past, like a brushstroke on his bare back.
You can't live in the songs of people who don't know your name.
Odidi grabs his throat, suffocating in a burst of fire clarity. What have I done? Odidi runs.
Glimpse of his fleeting shadow's reflection on darkened glass panes. What
Had he done? Odidi runs.
You can't live in the songs of people who don't know your name.
He understands now that he must protect his family.
Odidi runs.
He must reach a stranger, stop him from boarding a flight from Heathrow to Nairobi.
First, he must find the labyrinthine alleyway, his escape route.
Pounding steps behind him, sundown's cool breeze on his arm and face.
Let me go home. Odidi runs. Dumb-fisted hands propel him forward, and the city's twilight rain saturates his skin.
At the same time that he hears a full melody from within his coat pocket.
His sisters call him Tim.
Grim, grim. Only Arabelle Ajan Oganda would phone at a time like this.
If he were to answer, he predicts her first words would be, Odi, what's wrong?
He would have to say, nothing, I'm taking care of it.
As she expected him to, and he always did. And he was.
Odidi
Runs.
If he could, he would say,
Hello, silly.
After more than 10 years of nothing, today he could tell her,
I'm going home.
She would laugh.
and he with her.
hello, silly.
They were Chad's offspring of northern Kenya's islands. Growing up, Odidi and Ajan had been hemmed in by arid land geographies and essences. Freed from history and the interference of Nairobi's government, they had marveled at a now calm in the desert lake that swallowed 3 rivers, the Omo, the Takwa, and Kerio. They learned the memories of another river, the Wasoniro, 4 moody winds, secret things of parents' fears, throbbing shades of past, but so adopted transient souls and painted their existence on a massive canvas of glowing, rocky, heated earth upon which anything could and did happen. They mapped their earth with portions of wind, fire, sky, water, and nothingness, with light, piercing tales from stones, counting footsteps etched into rocks, peering into crevices to spy on a house of red pain. They lived in the absence of elders afflicted with persistent memories. No one to tell the children how it had been, what it meant, how it must be seen, or even what it was. Because of this, they recreated myths of beginning.
The first Uganda was thrown into the existence by flame.
Odidi once told Ajahn.
She believed him. His sister trusted everything he said. Glimmer of a smile.
Awa!
He had forgotten where he was.
Odidi Runs.
He jumps over mud-stained, crumpled election posters entangled in rotting foliage that show the bright face and pure white teeth of one of the presidential candidates.
Teeth do not rot in the grave. Where had he read that?
To his left, a plastic-choked alleyway. He ducks into it.
Song in his heart, a psalm of glee.
This is his territory.
Justina.
A glance finds her among the seething mass.
He knows most of them, gang associates.
Justina is draped in her yellow muumuu with its ridiculous giant pink carnations.
He adores that dress on her.
He adores her.
Her eyes are unusually large, luminous, and hollow.
Her howl fragments his heart.
Who has wounded her? Who must he kill?
And then flames flare from his heart soul and engulf him, and
He screams out.
He can no longer see Justina.
Odidi?
limps. He grips his shattered right shoulder. Protrusion of bone. Blood trail.
Trickled from his mouth.
Akaima.
It is said that in the throes of battle, dying men cry out for their mothers.
Akaima.
She wards off ghouls and bad-mind entities, wrestles God, casts ancient devils into hell before their time, and kicks aside sea waves so that her son will pass unhindered.
Akaima.
Throb in the back of Odidi's left leg.
Searing that eats the base of his spine.
Damp from his chest.
And even though his leg is heavier than a tree trunk, he tries to carry it home.
He grapples with a thought that keeps sliding away.
He seizes it.
The finish line. He will make it because he is Shifter the winger, rugby finisher and scorer. His forwards and backs have thrown him the ball. Although they have fallen out of play, they depend on him to end the game. He is the quickest, the trickiest, the best, Shifter the winger, dancing through adversaries. Before John Onongo made it right to have large wingers, there was Shifter, the Kenyan winger, who carried the game into the face of opponents and who scored try after try after try while the crowds chanted,
Shifter! Winner!
Shifter! And later, when he heard the Kenyan national anthem, felt it. A sound in his heart. He had wept tears. The trembled past his lips. Reached the earth. Shifter.
Odidi hobbles to the center of a pathway, his twisted leg dragging. warm liquid runs down, stains his trousers, leaving a visible patch.
Peace.
Out of his control.
Okay, Ma.
She fixes everything. Retrieves those who belong to her. Dim shadows, like battler eagles surveying grassy plains, circle in.
They herd him into a trap.
Odidi's good knee gives out.
He crumbles.